Yeah, see, there we go. Now we've just created a rainbow wheat field. Look at that. This isn't a volcano. This is a giant upside down ice cream cone. I think we broke the game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and I am super excited for this episode because we get to play with something that we've been waiting to play with for a while now. Pretty much since the World Builder came out, since we started our Futuristic Military Base Series, we've been holding off on actually building the base because we wanted the Tile Builder. And now, under Create Terrain, we not only have the World Builder, but we have the Tile Builder, which means we can build pretty much whatever tile we want. And this thing is actually pretty awesome. So this episode, we're going to just play with it. We're going to look at all the things that we can do and just create some random crazy stuff just to play around and then spawn it in a world, see if it works. And yeah, then we're going to talk about ideas for how we can use this tile builder for the Futuristic Military Base. Now, the tile builder is just into the test branch right now, so it's not officially released, so we're not going to make any commitments to using it for the future military base yet until it actually goes out into the main branch. So let's hop into the tile builder, and this is what we're looking at. A whole lot of nothing. Now, in order to start building your tile, you have to go up to File and New. And then you get to choose what kind of tile you want to, what size of tile you want to create. So I think for the sake of this episode, since we really want to experiment with everything that we possibly can, we're going to start with extra large, which is going to give us a lot of space. Now that doesn't look like a lot of space, I don't think, but here, let's just zoom in here. Oh wow, we actually have a lot to zoom in. So in order to get a feel for how big this really is, because for all we know, like this could be like 10 feet by 10 feet. Like we really have no sense of scale here, but if you press space, we actually place a character model down. And that little speck is our character model. If we zoom all the way down here, so this is actually how big this extra large tile piece is. So now in order to move around, we just hold down right click and we can move this around. We use WASD, control to go down, space to go up, shift to speed up. So now up here are our tools. You can use Q, W, and E to switch between them. This is the movement tool. This is the rotation tool. This is the scale tool, which the scale tool, oh man, the scale tool is amazing. For instance, let's start off. Let's bring an asset in. We're just going to click on this. And I don't know if you guys knew, but the landing pad is actually a separate object from the antenna. You can see we have our antenna there. So I played around with this a little bit before the episode just to make sure I knew how to use it. And one of the things I couldn't figure out was how to select something I've already placed down. Because if I click on it, you can see I'm not, like nothing's happening. I'm clicking on it, nothing's being selected. But if you zoom in, you can see there's a little white circle. You have to click on the white circle in order to select your object that you're playing with. So now we have the ability, if we press Q, we can move this. Whoop. Make sure we clicked on it. We can move it up. We could actually spawn the tile. This could be the tile. We could just have a floating landing pad. We could do whatever we want, people. Whatever we want. We can move this around. Let's go ahead and put it back on the ground. Ooh, we could actually have it like in the... Oh, that's kind of interesting. We could have it like in the ground. We could have it anywhere we want, really. And then if you use W, we can rotate it. So we could have it rotated, just kind of like that other landing pad is tilted into the ground. We could build that with this. We could rotate it in any direction that we want. I think we can control click to click multiple things. Now the question is, can we, yeah, and they rotate together if you click multiple things. That's actually my first time doing that. So that's pretty cool. So if you ever need help, you can just click the help thing up here and this actually gives you your controls and stuff. All right, so on to what I was getting at here. So if we press E, we select the little scale tool here and check. Are you ready for this? Check this out. Watch this. Look at this. We can create the biggest landing pad we've ever seen. So we could just make this thing. Oh my God, look at this. This thing is too big. This is just, I think it's taken up the entire, it's more than like the entire map. Look at this. I kind of want to try this. You have anything? Oh, this could make an amazing arena. What if we elevated this? Whoop, nope, that's the wrong thing. So what if we made like a huge thing like this, and then we go to our movement tool. We can kind of like put it in the middle of the map here, and then elevate it up like that. Now we have an arena, a giant arena in the middle of the map with like jumps and stuff. Oh, this is gonna be cool. And then we can just add stuff to this arena as well. Like, say if we want to take a silo, the problem is they're going to snap to the ground automatically. So we have to bring the silo up. We can put like obstacles on here. And here's the other cool thing. You can make anything, like you can choose whatever colors you want for stuff. Look at that. Now we can make this ScrapMan colors. All right, so by the looks of it, I just played around a little bit trying to figure out other color options. It looks like certain items have color options and certain items don't. So like, let's bring in a tree, for instance. We need to go back down to the ground over here. All right, so we got a tree over here, and I can change the leaves. Look at that. Whoa, we can have like a full spectrum of like fall. We can have like a fall tree map. That'd be pretty cool. And if you hold shift, it allows you to duplicate stuff really, really quick. You just shift and drag. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, let's look at the other items we have. We have different trees, bushes, logs, like, oh, that's a big branch. Look at that. Different branches. Oh, this is new. We got some new items. Look at that tree. And I think, is it adopting the previous color that I've used? Here, let's go with like a cool white, almost like a wintry effect. Here, we'll just make a couple of those. Now let's bring in this one. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't adopt the color that you previously used unless you actually copy and paste it. So we have some, looks like some willow tree type things. What is this? Oh, that's a small one. Interesting. We got pipes, different shapes of pipes from the silos. I like how they've actually broken apart the different aspects of the pieces that we previously had, like the antenna with the landing pad, the silo with the pipes, so we can actually build them more custom. Looks like we got some new types of logs. So imagine if we go to scale here. Imagine if we just scale this thing up to a ridiculous size. Oh, look at that. Giant birch tree. We got this one. So, I mean, we don't even have to, we could have this thing angled out of the ground if we wanted to. If we go to W, we could just, oops, let's not snap the grid. There we go. We could just have that thing angled like that. We can create any kind of world we want. We have, what about a giant flower? Oh my goodness. Here, let's move these things. We can move any of these panels anywhere that we want. But here, just to get a sense of scale, I'm gonna put the character. Look at how big this thing. I just thought of a brilliant idea for like a custom map. We could create an ant map where your character is like not only a dwarf, but a miniature dwarf where everything around him is absolutely huge. So it looks like we could make, oh, let's go down here. Like corn, we could do a cornfield, but the corn happens to be huge. So then you're like a miniature little guy and like, oh, this is awesome. This is gonna be really fun. We got like little corn stalks and bushes and stuff. Oh man, look at this. Then we got our rocks. Whoa, that's a small little rock. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's get our guy back here, just for a sense of scale again. So, oh, here's the jump. Oh, we can make these jumps even bigger. Oh, look at that. I don't know why I keep surprising myself with making things bigger. Like it makes it so much more awesome once you just scale it up like 20 times. We have these cool like rock pillars. We could create all kinds of stuff with rock. We could make buildings with these rock pillars. Like these are like foundations. We can just angle them and like rotate them. I could do snap to grid and that'll allow me to rotate this one like 90 degrees this way. Then I could bring it up. We could create Stonehenge. Someone can make a Stonehenge map. See, like just like that. And then if I just go ahead and copy this one, move it over here. And look, we have like the beginnings of like a Stonehenge type thing. This is a crazy tile that we're working on right now. I'm not actually like trying to do anything in particular. I'm just experimenting with all the different pieces, all the different stuff. Like these rocks are pretty cool too. Look at all this. We could intersect things however we want. Yeah, we have a lot of freedom. And look at this. Ready for this? Watch. Pink rocks. We can make pink rocks. Just like that, pink rocks. We can make it red. Ready for this? Red and black. There we go. We have a ScrapMan rock archway. Red and black rock archway. But we're only in the assets. We have a couple of other things here. So now let's go to terrain height. So now this is really cool as well. Here, let's actually go over to an empty spot over here. So now this is really cool. We have 3 different options: height, flatten, and smooth. So let's stick with the height right now. So you can see, oh, there's my character. My character's right here. So if I make my size, let's go down a little bit on the size over here. And then strength, we're gonna go subtle. We're gonna go like 15 strength and see what happens. I just click and you can see it raises the ground. And I can go ahead and press space to put my character back on it. Now, if I put my strength all the way up, let's see how this does. You see, it goes a lot faster, that's for sure. All right, so we can make some mounds over here. Okay, this is starting to look a little bit weird. Let's go ahead and even this out a little bit. There we go. Now, if we go size, we can make it a lot bigger. Oh, look at that. Now we're raising the entire thing. And you can use your scroll wheel to adjust size. And if you hold control, you can use your scroll wheel to adjust the strength. So that's really handy. So let's go really, really small and really, really strong, just like this. Now we're going to create like a peak, just like a pillar almost. So you just see how this works. All right, let's get some perspective here. Look at that, really sharp pillar. Let's make a couple of these just for the fun of it. I think looking straight down might actually give you more chance to get the most height out of it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at, whoop, what am I doing? What am I doing? Nope. Hey, where's my, I can't, I made a mistake. I can't do anything. All right, it seems like I pressed just the right combination of buttons to bring up this menu and make my cursor disappear. So I actually have no way to get out of here, I don't think. Like, I can't, exit doesn't work, typing doesn't do anything. I'm pressing all of my keyboard buttons. My arrows don't work. I can open that, but that's not helping. So unfortunately, I haven't saved any of this, but that's okay because we didn't really make anything. But I think we're gonna have to force quit. We're gonna have to force quit and then jump back in and play with the, then we can play with the terrain height. All right, we're back with a brand new tile. So let's go back to terrain height and play with this because there's something I want to show you. We haven't gotten the flatten and the smooth stuff yet. All right, so we're just gonna go maximum size. Oh, look what we're doing here. We are raising the entire map. The entire map. All right, let's get a little bit more focused. A little bit more focused now. So we're gonna go onto the peak of this map. We're going to put our size way down. And this way we can get some really awkwardly high peaks. And we're gonna mess with these peaks using some of the other options just to get a feel for how they work. So now I'm just clicking to go up, but let's say I want to actually create a pit. If I hold control, it'll actually, you can see I'll make a pit going down. Now, one thing that is unfortunate is I don't think we can actually make caves using the terrain. I think you can only adjust terrain on the vertical plane, up and down. You can't go in and like carve holes into like a horizontal wall or a vertical wall, for instance. But that doesn't mean that we can't create caves. If we're going to create caves, that means we have to use assets. We have to build assets around it, like using the rocks and stuff. So caves are still possible, just not using terrain, like height manipulation. As far as I know, maybe there's something I haven't figured out yet. But here we go. Now, ooh, look at this. Wow, that's actually a lot deeper than I thought. Look at my character. Look at the scale of this. These are actually huge. So now if we go to, let's see, flatten. Let's go ahead and increase our scale a little bit. I think flatten, like if I'm clicking on this tip here, I think flatten might bring everything up to that. Oh, and that is how you create plateaus. So basically, wherever your mouse cursor is, it's going to flatten everything to the same height around it. So now if I want everything to flatten down to the bottom of this, I click here, and everything flattens down just like that. And now if I do that, but I have my strength a little bit less, we can create a smoother kind of gradient. So let's go ahead and flatten this to up here. Actually, that's not much smoother. I mean, yeah, it is a little bit, I guess. Yeah, it's more rounded. You can definitely see it's definitely more rounded as opposed to having... oh, wait, my strength actually wasn't all the way down. Let's try even less strength. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Less strength. Definitely much smoother. Now we're creating like a ramp almost. So this is actually pretty cool. Look at that. Now we're evening it out. We're kind of having a meet in the middle. Now we could just flatten this out a little bit more. Just like that. And we may even have... There we go. Now we've just made a ramp to get out of this little hole. Here, we can flatten this a little bit too, so that we don't have those little dips that you can get stuck in. Whoops. What did I do? Terrain height. Flatten. Good. And yeah, now we've just smoothened out a way out of that giant hole. So then we also have smooth. Now you can see there's a bunch of like jaggedy little points here. So now if we just click smooth, you can see it rounds everything out for us. Now let's take a look at what smoothing does on these peaks here. Here, let's increase it a little bit. Oh, look at that. It's taken everything into account and it's just like completely smoothed it out. Look at this. Wow. So this is a really cool tool. Now, actually, I'm wondering if I hold down, this is a little test here. If I use flatten and I hold control and flatten, okay, that doesn't make a difference. And smooth, hold control, smooth. All right, so control reverses height, but it doesn't change anything with flatten and smooth. So let's go to ground texture. So we could actually completely change the texture of all this stuff. So let's say we wanted this to be kind of like stone. We can just brush it on in here, and we can make it like soft gradients. If I change my strength up, we can just make it much harder. So you can see if my strength is way up, the edges are a lot more defined. But if I put my strength way down, you can see we can make it a lot more like a soft kind of brush here. Look at that. So there we go. Now we have like a rocky mountain. So now what I've read also is that these layers are layered, as in this is the bottom layer, and then every other layer goes on top. So you see if I put this grass right here, it goes on top of this. And then if I put this, it's gonna go underneath the grass. So we have to take that into account. Now, say if I want to erase the grass, what do? I click on the grass and I hold control, and then I erase just the grass. I click on this, I hold control, and I erase just that. I click on this, hold control, and I erase just that. All right, so the default texture is this grass, but then we have kind of like almost like a cobbly stone texture. We have this light dirt texture. We have kind of like almost like a pavement, like concrete texture. And then we got this dirt. This is like the dirt map texture, another type of grass. Then we have like a really jagged rock texture, another type of light dirt, and then another type of grass. So we have two different types of grass plus the default grass. All right, and then we can also have ground color. So let's say if I want black ground. Oh, let's make this really dark. Look at that. Oh, we could have a black hole to get trapped into, and we can make like red. Ooh, this is looking kind of interesting, isn't it? And look at how the colors or the different textures apply. That's kind of interesting. So you could create like a rainbow world. Look at this. We just like go through all these colors. See, look at that. We got a nice little rainbow splotchy thing. All right, and the last thing we have is grass and clutter. So now grass and clutter is, it depends on if you have grass and foliage turned on or off, but that's the stuff that shows up with grass and foliage. So like, you know, the wheat fields, I think somewhere we have wheat. Is this it? Yeah, see, there we go. Now we've just created a rainbow wheat field. Look at that. That's super cool. So now to put our character, you can see our character is stuck in the rainbow wheat field now. So the cool thing about this, we have different types of grass here. So you can see we got that little grass. We've got that kind of grass. And same thing, if we press control, we can then delete it. And the strength also applies to the deletion as well. Now I can actually select multiple of these. So I just select a whole bunch at the same time. Wait, rock? Hold on a sec. Let me see. I actually want to know what rock is. I was not aware of that. I wonder if that can't be actually like textured physically, because I feel like that would affect your driving a lot. But then if you turn foliage off, I think this stuff would disappear. All right, so now if I select a whole bunch like this, so we have flowers, we have tall grass, we have wheat, we have withered grass, we have the rocks. Then I go to an empty spot like over here. You can see all of it comes in at the same time. You can see the little pebbles, you see the flowers, the wheat. So you can create like combinations of foliage, like diversity. Look at this, like beautiful. What else do we have? Wait, fish bones? What is fish bones? Look at the fish bones. All right, so now that we actually know how the tile builder works, it's time to actually build something and then test it out by spawning it in and going on it. And I think I got a brilliant idea. This actually gave me the idea. Let's make a volcano. We're not gonna spend too much time on it. Let's just get something out there so we can spawn in and give it a try. But I think this could actually be pretty fun. And I'm just gonna go large. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to be too daunting. So let's see. All right, there's our character. I think this is a good size for a volcano. So I'm actually we're gonna go straight up, kind of like middle. We're gonna try to find the middle here. I think that's kind of middle. Now we're gonna go terrain height, strength a lot, size a lot. And we're just gonna bring this up. We are officially raising the volcano. This thing is going really, really high right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here because it's starting to look like just a cone. Oh boy, I think we may have made a mistake. I think we may have actually made a mistake. This isn't a volcano. This is a giant upside down ice cream cone. There's no way we're going to be able to get up here. So I think we have to reset. Okay, so I think strength 100 is a little bit too much. Okay, how's that looking for a volcano? I think that's looking pretty good for a volcano. So now we're going to have to create the hole. So I'm hoping that this will work. So now if we just put strength maximum and we got to put the size down, I guess like around here. And we just got to make sure we're on the very tip. And we just got to do control click and we just got to go all the way back down. So now the thing is, I think you can actually go below ground level. So if we just started like over here, yeah, see, look, we can go below ground level. I have no idea how low we can go with that, but we're going to go pretty low with this. And the thing is, I have no perspective on how low we're going right now. I'm just holding down the button and seeing what happens. All right, should we journey in? Should we journey in? Let's journey in. Let's see how far this thing actually goes. Whoa, there's my character for reference. We may have gone too far. All right, so now you know what I need to do. Let's put a character for reference down here. How wide do I want this hole to be? Because all I have to do is go terrain height. We have to go flatten. And now we can flatten everything to the height of this right here. All right, here it goes. It's going down. All right, now if we zoom back out, we should actually have a steep drop into the volcano. So let's take a look at it. Look at this. This is totally becoming a volcano. We just have to... Oh, we're going to have to texture it. Oh, this is actually going to be really cool. So let's just take the whole volcano here and we're going to make it rough stone. All right, cool, cool. We're doing good so far. We're going to get trapped inside this volcano. Wait, how big is this bottom here? You know what? I think we should probably widen this out a little bit so we can leave room, some decent room for a vehicle. Let's zoom out. Now let's see how it looks. There we go. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. All right, so now we can use the smoothen feature. And let's go ahead and smoothen out some of this lip here. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now we got to paint it. Let's go ground color. We're going to go, we have to go black pretty much. Is that too black, do you think? I don't know. I feel like maybe I could gray it out just a little bit. Here, let's move up a little bit lighter. Just so we can see, you know? We want to at least be able to see what we're doing. All right, so now I kind of feel like making little... almost like lava grooves. Ooh, this could be fun. All right, so now I have to go really, really small and super strong. All right, I hope this works. Because, yeah, we're going to do some of this. Oh, I'm going to paint this stuff to make it look like there's lava flowing through here. Oh, this is going to be really fun. We can create little forks coming off here. All right, so now before I do any more, I just want to see, I want to experiment with how this looks. Let's go to ground color. Orangey yellow, a whitish orangey yellow. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go with that. Take a look at how that looks. This actually looks really cool. There we go. We just got to paint all this. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got a glowing volcano here. All right, so now we just got to create a couple more sections of grooves and stuff for some lava flows. And then I think we pretty much have like a hill climb. How steep is this? It's not that steep. I think this is doable. We have like a hill climb into the volcano. And what should we put down there? You know what? Let's put a giant flower. A giant one of these. You think that's okay? Or should we have it actually like penetrate the walls like this? Whoa. What does it look like from like... Oh, that's too big. Too big. All right, I think that's okay. Let's just have the giant flower be kind of like that. And if we wanted to get really fancy, we could even like put some like stuff sticking out of the walls like this and create some things. Like we could probably paint this to be kind of black. Yeah, look at that. We could have like black sticks sticking out of the walls. Or even, I guess, lava wouldn't stick out of the walls, would it? And what else we could do? Let's take some of these flattish kind of rocks. We'll scale them up just a little bit. And then what I could do is actually, if I control click, I can select all of them. Now let's change them all. There we go, just like that. All right, so now we need to get back out to carving out some of the volcano. All right, I think this thing is looking really awesome. All I got to do is I'm going to add some more ground color. We're going to get some of that dark gray because it doesn't make any sense for there to be grass right outside the volcano. But I say this is looking amazing. I'm going to actually, we should probably smoothen out this hole. That'd be terrible to get caught up in. So all I got to do is click flatten and then click on the area I want to flatten it to. And there we go. We're flat. All right, let's save this. We're going to save this as volcano. So now that it is saved, if we go to exit, and then we go to world builder. Oh, look at it. Look at it. There it is. There's our volcano. Let's go ahead and put a couple of them around this map just for fun. And now we're going to call this Volcano World. You know, I kind of wish I did an extra large tile with this now, but you know, we're just testing it out. We're just having some fun with it. Save world. Now we're going to go back to the main menu, new game, creative. I'm going to choose Volcano World, and I'm also going to name it Volcano World. So now we create, and I hope this works. Woo! Got it. All right, look at this. We have a volcano. We officially have our Volcano World map. All right, let's spawn in a vehicle. Gonna spawn in the trusty mad scrap car. Off in the distance with the fog, it looks so ominous. All right, here, let's see if we can, this actually is not nearly as big as I thought it was, but it still looks really cool. I definitely kind of want to make an extra large version. Let's see if we can get up here. We got thrust, no problem. No problem at all. Oh, stay steady, ScrapMan. Stay steady. And then let's see how big this drop is. Oh, into the volcano we go. Oh, I left the log there. I don't even know, is this... I was just going to ask if this flower has any collisions, and weird stuff is happening. I'm going to hop out. Oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I think we broke the game. We actually broke the map. We went too low. Because normally you'd click OK, and you'd teleport up onto the map, but there's no map above us because we have the volcano hole, so there's nothing we can do now. We played the game wrong. All right, well... this is why testing happens. So stuff like this gets revealed. So let me know what you guys thought of the tile builder. You guys can opt into the test branch right now. If you go to your properties in the game in Steam and you go under betas and then click to test, you can do this. And they're actually going to be taking submissions for some of the best tiles. Go ahead and you can already start building some tiles. I want to know, what do you guys want to see? What do you think we should do for the futuristic military base? You've seen the assets, you've seen the terrain capabilities. I want to know what kind of terrain should we have for the futuristic military base, because we're gonna have to commit to a map. Once we select the map, I don't think we can add anything to it. So we're gonna have to have tiles already pre-made before we even spawn in on the map that we want. So you guys can start building tiles. I can actually take tile submissions as well from the workshop, I think. Maybe not during the test branch, but you can start building now. And then when it gets put into the main branch, hopefully you can just upload what you've already built onto the main branch. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But get building, start experimenting with the tile builder, and let me know what you guys want to see for the futuristic military base. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what else happens with this. I'm super excited. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.